Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome into the NJCAA Network. I'm Zach McKinstry, and today we reveal the seeding for our Division II Women's Volleyball National Championship in Cedar Rapids, Iowa at Alliant Energy Powerhouse Stadium from November 15th to the 18th. Excited for all those teams that are going to be there. 20 total teams to make up the bracket, which is going to take some explaining. So let's go ahead and look at that bracket. 20 total teams. 16 district champions, 4 at-large bids, and it's split up into a single elimination tournament, but that consolation bracket below is the fight for the third place team. So the losers of the first round immediately jump into that bracket, and as the tournament continues on, the losers go to the third place bracket, and the winner of the entire national championship will end up going undefeated through the winner's bracket at the top. So that will be on the NJCAA Network November 15th to 18th, as I mentioned. And without any further ado, let's jump into the teams that will be participating in our Division II Volleyball Championship. We start with the number 1 overall seed who will get the bye. It is Cowley, the Tigers out of Plains A District. A perfect 37-0 run, highlighting their 15th tournament appearance. The Jayhawk Conference champs went 2-0 against qualifying teams in this tournament, and they search for a national title. They'll get the bye week, actually play the winner of the 16 and 17 matchup, with the 16 seed being the Rock Valley Golden Eagles. It's been a busy fall for the Golden Eagles, who will have their men's and women's soccer teams making the postseason, and the volleyball team will join them. 27-11 overall, one of 5 teams in this tournament making their first tournament appearance. They are top 20 in the country in aces with 291 on the year. The Golden Eagles will play the 17 seed, North Dakota SCS and the Wildcats. 25-8 and reps of the Northwest Plains District. It is their 5th tournament appearance. They defeated 5 nationally ranked teams this year while taking sets from some top-ranked teams as well. They're 14th in D2 in kills per set with 12.21, and they're trying to make a run on November 15th. Moving below them, it is the 8 and 9 matchup. Illinois Central and the Cougars will be the 8 seed. 31 and 10 on the year, 3rd in the NJCAA in block assists with 508, and they are tied for the most matches against teams in this tournament during the regular season. They went 4 and 6 in 10 games versus these 20 squads, so plenty of experience for the Cougars as they play the 9 seed and reigning national champion Richard Bland. The reigning national champs get the 9 seed after a 31 and 6 season, making their 3rd straight national tournament out of the Southeast A District. As we move to the next quadrant, it starts with the number 4 seed who will get the first round bye. Out of the Plains B District, it is Johnson County and the Cavaliers. Making their 16th appearance, the Cavaliers look to claim a national title for the first time since 2020. 32-3 on the season, but all 3 losses came against top 4 opponents. A tough team to beat out of that area of the bracket, and they will play the winners of the 13 and 20 seed, starting with Gulf Coast State and the Commodores. Our first at-large bid went 19-5 this year with 4 top 10 victories. It's their 4th appearance in the last 5 seasons after being ranked the entire year in the polls. They will play in the first round the 20 seed Sauk Valley and the Skyhawks. 24-15 out of the Midwest A District. The lowest seed in this bracket makes their 7th tournament. Finished the year 9th in total blocks with 300, and they will go up against the at-large bid Gulf Coast State. Moving on, it's the 5 and 12 matchup beneath them, starting with that 5th overall seed Iowa Central and the Tritons. 31-5 on the year. The Tritons have an electric service crew, ranking 3rd in D2 with 383 aces, and also ranked 3rd in points per set with 18.4. Wins over 7 ranked teams this year, and they sport 3 wins over qualifiers to this tournament. So the Tritons trying to make some noise. They will play the 12 seed Pensacola State and the Pirates. Another newbie to the D2 championship, Pensacola State, finished 31-3 with a South Atlantic District win. On a hot streak, they've won their last 15 sets, and they breezed their way through the conference tournament. They will play the 5 seed Iowa Central. Next quadrant down, it is the opposite side of the bracket, and it starts with the 2 seed in Scottdale and the Fighting Artichokes. Last year's runner-up is hungry for another chance and looks to win the championship like they did back in 2019. Back-to-back undefeated regular seasons at 24-0 this year, while dropping only 7 sets all year long. Unbelievable stuff from Scottdale, and they will play the winner of the 15 and 18, starting with the Lansing Stars out of the Great Lakes A District. 30-3 on the year are the Stars, 5th best hitting percentage in Division II, hitting .278% as a team, making their first appearance. 2 of their 3 losses this year came at the hands of Parkland, who we have yet to mention, but they are coming up shortly. The 18 seed is Walters State and the Senators. 25-7 to make their first appearance since 2020. They have 4 ranked wins in the regular season out of Southeast B. Moving on to the 7 seed against the 10 seed, it is an at-large team. It's the Kirkwood Eagles, 31-8 on the year. Our second at-large bid, one of the best blocking teams in the country, at 4th in block assists and 6th in total blocks. They finished in a 3-way tie atop the ICCAC. They have 6 top 10 wins this year, and they will play the 10 seed, who is another at-large bid and an opponent they played a couple times this year. It is the Heartland Hawks. These 2 teams will play for the 3rd time this season after Heartland fell to Kirkwood 3-1 and 3-0 this season. The Hawks are 30-9 and looking for revenge. It's their 2nd time in the tournament. Last quadrant coming up, starting with the 3 seed. And as I mentioned earlier, it is Parkland and the Cobras, winners of the Central A District. The most wins of any team in this tournament at 44-4. They finished 3rd or better at nationals every year since 2013. Tournament best 18th appearance for the Cobras, and they are 8-2 in 10 games against other teams in this bracket. The 14 and 19 seeds below them, it starts with Wallace State and the Lions of the Gulf South. 43-5 on the year and winners of the Gulf South. Wallace State leads the country in kills, and it's their first ever tournament, and they will look for their first nationals win against tough opponents, number 19 Harford Community College and the Fighting Owls. 26-4 on the year out of the Mid-Atlantic District, averaging 3.23 aces per set. Harford makes their first ever appearance after their Mid-Atlantic District Championship. And the last 2 teams in this bracket, 1 at-large team remaining, but first it's the 6th seed and the Great Lakes B District rep, Grand Rapids and the Raiders. 26-3 and have won 24 in a row, the 13th time in this tournament, averaging 12.45 assists per set, which is 2nd in D2. And the final team in our tournament has been sitting on the edge of their seats. The last at-large bid is number 11 Des Moines area and the Bears. 28-10 on the year, but all 10 losses came to ranked D1 or D2 opponents, and they spent 6 weeks in the ranked poll to wrap up our bracket. So let's zoom out and take a look at the full bracket with all the teams inserted. It starts on the left side. Cowley, that top seed in the top left area, with Rock Valley and North Dakota SCS battling for the chance to play the Tigers. Underneath them, Illinois Central and Richard Bland. Bottom left, Johnson County will play the winner of Gulf Coast State and Sauk Valley. Iowa Central and Pensacola State below them. Then Scottdale to play the winner of Lansing and Walters State. Kirkwood and Heartland beneath them. And finally, Parkland will play Wallace State and Harford's victor. And beneath them, Grand Rapids and Des Moines area to round out our bracket on the NJCAA network. And that's going to be in Cedar Rapids, Iowa from November 15th to November 18th. So that was a mouthful. A lot going on. Reminder, that consolation bracket will be a bracket for 3rd place, with all the losers of the first round, second round to join in as that bracket continues. But congratulations to all the teams that made it. We're excited to see you in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, November 15th to the 18th. If you can't make it, it's on the NJCAA network. And that's all we got for you today. So congratulations to those teams, the fans, the parents, and we will see you next time on the NJCAA network.